Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. It's Twisted Tuesday. I'm Tony O, covering the north side, Carol Brandolino on the south side of Chicago. I hope you guys are doing well. We got a great show lined up for you guys today. Today is Tuesday, January 13th, and check the website, TonyOceanMedia.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, the men and women in the military, and our veterans who fought for our country. Mostly it's dedicated to people like you who take the time and watch the show. We really do appreciate it. It's showtime, so let's see if we can do this with our good friends from Seventh Heaven. Showtime, baby. Whoa, let's try it. Yo, yo, yo. Thank you, Seventh Heaven, for that great intro. Guys, it's Ocean's Pit. We are here Tuesday the 13th. Carol, how you doing over there on the south side? How is your Tuesday going?
Oh, it's going really well. Doing great. I woke up nice and early today. I don't know how you people that wake up at 5:30 in the morning regularly don't eat everything in sight, because the longer I'm awake, the more I'm going to eat, and that's a problem. So I don't know if this is going to work for me.
I know what I'm saying. You know what? It's the same thing with me. I have no problem on the days that I'm working. When I'm working my Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I have no problem. My diet is perfect. I strict. My Mondays and Tuesdays, when I'm like, okay, I do everything I got to do, and now I'm going to sit at the couch or I'm going to go out. It's like,
This is what I'm eating right now.
Brutal.
This is what I'm eating. This is what I'm eating right now. And this is the worst thing.
And you guys know the worst thing. And you guys know when you buy the bags, even if you buy the big bag, when you open it up, it's only half full. Not even.
Yeah, for sure.
What I mean, I'll only have a couple. And you're never going to just have a couple.
No, never.
Crazy. What you're saying. It's crazy. Like last night, I could have. Last night afterwards, we went to this place called Leeds. It's a bar on Schaumburg Road, right down the street from the house. So me and Carlo, we went over there. We played darts. Just me and him. We're not in a league or anything. And so we try to do it on Mondays when we can. Monday Night Football with Aaron Rodgers, of course. He lost, but anyway. So I ordered 14 wings. Okay, I figure I'll eat half and take the rest home. You're playing darts. Next thing you know, they're gone. They're all gone. I was like, holy fuck. And the problem is they're breaded. When I go to Real Time, if I go to another place, they're not breaded. These were breaded. Okay. And it's like, oh, what a mistake that was.
Do you get sauce? Do you get sauce on your wings?
Hot. I like them hot.
So let me ask you this. Okay. How do you eat your wings? Because you can't stand watching people eat with their hands. You talk about people eating with their. How do you eat your wings? How do you do it?
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I sometimes I take a knife and I will cut. I will cut them.
Okay,
I will cut them. Okay. Or it will be a very small. If it's a bite, take one bite. Put down. Okay. The problem I have when they're like this, and you don't stop until the whole chicken. So, take a little knife, break it a little bit, because so it takes longer to eat, but it's definitely a little crazy. Yeah. All right. So anyway, we got the people in the kitchen still going. Tomorrow we're going to ABT to start buying new appliances, because we're buying everything: microwave, stove, dishwasher, refrigerator, everything. And my buddy, of course, David, is one of those. Ever looking for a great deal with stuff, please let me know. ABT is the place to go. And we're going to do that. We got Callan today, so we played with him this morning. It was a lot of fun. It's just great. So a lot of good stuff happened. I'm glad good stuff are happening on your side, Carol. Let's get to our friends real fast. Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy a local, shop local. Let's see if they kick in. Man, everything is just running slow today. Anyway, it's the place. Make sure you check out our great Ace Hardware stores. The JRC Ace Hardware stores. They always do the best over there, folks. With all great deals and great on great products. They know their products. It's Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, Fox River Grove, Mesa, Arizona, and Richmond, Illinois. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. And don't forget to sign up and get those gift cards, and you get special deals with our friends from Ace Hardware. Thank you, our friends from Ace. All right, so Ace is there, and guys, 3 days left for the Chicago Music Cruise, and I know you guys probably can't jump on there last minute, but you might want to call Mary at NTD Vacations, or call her at 630-688-1725 and tell her to get on a mailing list, and they'll let you know when the next cruise is or when other stuff that NTD Vacations do. I want to do that, and you guys know that in 3 days we'll be on the MSC World America, January 17th to January 24th. Western Caribbean cruise, Miami, Honduras, Costa Maya, Cozumel, and Ocean Cay. 7th Heaven, Antonio Ocean, and the man. Our show is going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because Saturday, Sunday, see. And I hear some of those shows might even be poolside, playing poolside, because most of the shows we did before are indoors on the theaters. So we might have one indoor, we might have one outside. So we'll see on that. Anyway, Vacation, 630-688-1725, and Mary can hook you up with that. It is Tuesday, like you were saying. Hello, guys. Marty Malarkey, David, how you doing? Boyd, yesterday, there's Mary right there. It's Mary at ntdvacations.com. Mel Lennon Reed, congratulations on your divorce being final. Joey Spins, yes. David, everybody, how you doing? All right, couple things real fast. I said yesterday, and maybe we can start off with this. Carol, I said to everybody to pick, if you were to do a crime, what crime would be your crime that you think you can do good at? Or I'm asking you others, Jeff, how you doing? Jeff, Mary, Kathy, David, Boyd. If you can pick one crime, what do you think you would be able to do? And I like what you said about being a federal.
Federal crime, because at the prison time is better, easier.
Arrested instead of one of those.
Right. So.
If you had a crime.
Oh no, I think I would rob a jewelry store. I would do some kind of heist. I don't know. That's not federal, but that's maybe something I would do. Get some jewelry.
There you go. Jeff Hunt says arson, since he's a former firefighter, all the tricks. So he would say arson. Okay, all right, I guess. Dick Sayed, Alderman Dick Sayed from Des Plaines is watching. Hello, Dick. Albert, what's up, brother? I don't know. No, I would think I don't know. Maybe that's a tough question. That's a tough question to say. What kind of crime would you want to commit?
Right.
I don't know. Maybe robbing something. I don't know. I'm not good at that shit. So I don't know. But I'm asking Dick, anybody, Mary, or crime, if you can pick one I would like to do. I would rob hanging and banging. I would rob rich midgets. Right? Me and Carol spoke, and we believe we know who hanging and banging is. But I'm not quite sure. Lilia said she'd rob a Louis Vuitton and Gucci store. Buddy said rob a bank. David said something inside so I can get outside. That's a good one. Rob a bank, I think. I
think if you're going to get caught or not, I think if you're going to get caught or not is the real question. Like, are you going to say crime I'm going to commit that I'm going to get away with? It would be very different than a crime I'm going to commit and actually have to go to get caught. So crime I would commit and get caught, I would definitely do something to people or somebody that's already a bad person, that's doing bad things to people. I would definitely do something, commit a crime, at least to get some good out of it, right? To do bad people. But if I was going to commit a crime that I'm not going to get caught, then yeah, for sure. I would have a jewelry store. If I get it with jewelry, cash, whatever, you're still not hurting anybody, but you're still getting something out of it, right? That's what I would do.
And I agree. If I'm going to rob, I'm going to rob from the rich, right? Because they got insurance for that stuff. That's a great idea. It's a great idea.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Gina said, boy, do I need a vacation.
Must be nice. Right there, Gina.
Gina's getting ready.
Everybody's leaving me. I'm so sad. I was supposed to go on the cruise. I basically had a ticket and everything, but with court dates and things that are coming up now, because we're hopefully getting toward the end of this, I just thought it was best with court dates falling during the cruise. I just know it would have just not been good, and it would have just been looked very poorly on me and with the kids, and obviously everything just didn't work out. But I did figure out a way. I talked to Gina that she may be able to bring me on vacation with her in a sort of a way. So I think you might still see me on vacation, but we're working on that. So I'm going to try.
You're going to surprise.
I even have my hat. Look, I would have worn my hat. I would have been, I'm so sad.
There you go.
But whatever. It'll be okay. But I'm going to be
right.
on that vacation.
There'll be other cruises. There'll be other cruises. Yeah, yes. There'll be other cruises, folks. Absolutely. You're watching Ocean Spit, little show about big things. A couple things, if I want to, real fast here. My friend Star and Daryl Rawlinson. Star, your brother George has got cancer, so I'm so sorry. He had it for 12 years. He's a strong guy, and I think it went to his brain. So our prayers go out to my good friend Star and Daryl, who usually are on this cruise with us, who's been on the last two. And, of course, they're taking care of their brother, her brother. So our prayers go out to Star and Daryl there, folks. Yeah, that's crazy. I also want to say happy congratulations, 50 years to Connie Hofer. Connie is the mother of Richie from Seventh Heaven, and she's been with Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate, celebrating 50 years. Congratulations, Connie Hofer, ladies and gentlemen, on Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate. And I know that that's to be there that long. Mary works there too, but to be there 50 years is an accomplishment. Wow. So congratulations on that. And for the, I don't know if you heard about this, Chicago Bears, because they beat the Packers, Jewel food stores, grocery stores is giving special discounts on certain items, I think till the end of the week. I think it started Monday. So you got to the end of the week, and they're also going to give you an extra $7 off your groceries at the end of whatever you buy, whatever. This is Jewel grocery stores. You might want to with that. If I got away with it, I donated to Children's Memorial Hospital, Shriners Children's Hospital. Hey, Tony, that's a good one, buddy. Very good. Mm-hmm. So you'd rob a bank or whatever the money you'd make, and you rob the rich and give to the poor, which is like the whole Robin Hood. Good for you, Tony. Good answer. Mm-hmm. Ronnie B, what's up? Michael Sansone from Arizona. What's up, brother? And of course, yesterday we talked about Monday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers going against Houston Texan. The Steelers did not lose a Monday Night Football since 1991. Well, they lost yesterday. They got killed yesterday. Houston, Texas 30. The Pittsburgh Steelers 6. And it's sad that we're not going to see Aaron Rodgers move on. So I don't know if he's going to retire. I was hoping Aaron Rodgers would win, but hey, Aaron Rodgers, you had a good life in the NFL. So whatever you're going to do afterwards. Yeah. So that was about Monday Night Football. Also, one question. Now, I guess when you were the Bears playing the Packers, and I'm not sure, maybe you guys can confirm this. They were letting fans in, but they all had cheese graters, and they were doing the cheese grater thing, to cheese break. But the problem, the question that my lawyer, Roy McCampbell, my lawyer said, and posted on his page, how did they let all these cheese graters get in through security at Soldiers Field?
Maybe they handed it out at Soldier Field. Maybe they were handing them out. Maybe they were selling them for people to do that. Who knows? For like, aesthetics and stuff during the game. But people were saying those aren't cheese. I was listening to one of my shows, radios in the morning, and they were talking about those aren't cheese graters. Like, we're looking at old school, like the Greeks and the Italians that, they used to use the big 4-sided cheese grater.
Yeah, the big,
right?
The big,
right.
Oh, yeah.
So they the one lady goes, that's not a cheese grater, that's a lemon zester. And you know what? Honestly, it did look like a lemon zester, if you know what that is. But, they were saying that was Parmesan cheese. You can't use a Parmesan cheese grater. You got to do yellow cheese for Green Bay,
Yellow
which is funny.
Cheese. Yeah, you can't. You got to use,
Right.
Yeah, interesting.
It was kind of funny.
Jeff Hunt says time for the Bears to move to Gary, Indiana. We talked about that yesterday too, Gary. Jeff, because I obviously you're not a Bears fan either. But Bears, you know what? Now the game's going to be on Sunday night. Sunday at 5:30 will be the Bears playing the LA Rams Sunday. So it won't be a Saturday game. It'll be Sunday night, 5:30. So we'll be on the ship, Jeff. That's going to be that could be a horrible Sunday. Could be a good Sunday. Could be a horrible Sunday. So we'll see what happens on that end. All right. Speaking of trip, if you're taking American Airlines finally changed. Now you get free Wi-Fi. Thank you, American Airlines. They used to charge you for that for many, many, many years. Now you get free Wi-Fi with American Airlines. Dilbert, the creator of Dilbert, the cartoon character, Scott Adams, has died. He had cancer and he has passed away. Also, Dave Giustice was a relief pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates in baseball, dies at the age of 86 years old. And Carol, do you know what the leading cause of death was in 2025?
Marriage? I don't know.
Okay, there you go. That could have been number two. Tell me what you think the leading cause of death was.
I'm going to say, oh, God, I don't want to say.
Well, I'm going to give you a hint.
Car accident?
I'm going to give you a hint. It's got something to do with women. 2025, the leading cause of deaths in 2025. Emil, how you doing? Yolanda, we're coming up if you guys know. The leading deaths.
I don't know.
Most deaths.
Cancer? Breast cancer? I don't know. What?
Abortions. Abortions is the leading cause in 2025.
What?
Yeah. So, yeah. Cause of death. That means it. Well, that means how many they must have had to kill the babies. That's death, right?
Oh, okay. I got what you're saying now.
I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. They're saying abortions is. Tony said cancer, so a lot of people are saying cancer. Yeah, interesting. Also, the great singer Stevie Wonder, his wife came on and said he's got 5-star, and I don't even know how to pronounce this. Glioblastoma. Glioblastoma. Brain. It's like some sort of 5-stage brain cancer, and this is God. Stevie Wonder.
Like glioblastoma.
Yeah, there you go. See,
but something was circulating about Ditka. Okay, but that's the same thing. Something was circulating on Facebook the other day about Ditka, and people were saying it was false, but people kept posting it. So I honestly don't know what is true or what isn't. I really don't, because he did have health.
Yeah, you know what? I think somebody Googled it and said, I know he's had health issues for a while, but someone said it's fake news. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to my buddy John Vincent, who's very good friends with the Ditka family, and hopefully we'll get the right answer. So whoever's spreading those rumors right now about Coach Ditka, I don't know, but you're right. I've seen that on social media. Right now, we don't know if it is true, and we hope it's not true. And the prayers go out to the coach. We hope it's not true. Excuse me. Boyd, the real phenomenon about death, it always seems to happen at the end of your life. Okay. Rose, how are you doing? Good one there, Boyd. Diana, aluminum isn't detectable like guns and knife. Oh, okay. So aluminum isn't detectable like metals.
Oh, okay. So she's talking about the graders getting in past the detectors.
Yeah, the graders.
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, Soldier Fields could, but I like your idea. I like your idea better, Carol. I think if they would have sold them at the stadium, they would have made a hell of a lot of money because everybody would have bought one. Well, not everybody, but most people would have bought one. So absolutely, absolutely. Hey guys, Elton John. If you're Elton John fans, he created a non-alcoholic wine called Zero Blanc. Now, Carol, have you drank anything non-alcoholic? Have you? No, I'm just saying. Have you ever tried a non-alcoholic beer or a non-alcoholic wine? And what's the taste?
It's just like anything else, like processed, right? Turkey bacon. They try to make it a flavor. It's like they try to flavor it like whatever it is you're drinking. It's not absolutely horrible, but here's the thing. For me, what's the point? I'd rather just drink something non-alcoholic that I like, because I don't know if a ton of people drink alcohol because they love the taste of it. Maybe some seasoned drinkers with scotches and bourbons and whiskeys. Like, I think that you might, develop a palate for that and you do like the taste. But I don't think a lot of people drink for the flavor that they love it. I drink to get drunk. I don't drink often, but when I do, I'm like the Dos Equis guy. I don't do it often, but when I do, I have a mission. There's this, and so
you want to,
non-alcoholic.
You have a little mission in it. There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Elton John's got one. He's got a non-alcoholic wine called Zero Blanc. So for the people who want to try this non-alcoholic wine by Elton John, Daryl, how you doing? Just got Diana. Diana says a lot of wasted cheese, in my opinion. Okay, so these cheese graters are made with the same metal that makes vapes. The vapes. Yes, you can go in with a vape.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't know.
Wow, that's good information to have. Good. Wow.
Yeah. Here you go, Carol. Most people say for the women are the happiest, according to injuryneeds.com. Most people say for women to be the happiest is when they're sitting at home drinking coffee, doing nothing. That's what they say women are the happiest. Do you agree with that?
I can see that. I'll be honest with you. Now that I'm have a little more time in the mornings because I'm not rushing to go to work because I don't have a job. It's actually kind of nice. I get to go downstairs in the morning. I'll make my mushroom coffee and I sit at the little island there and look into my yard, and it is very relaxing. So I could see where that is definitely, it is enjoyable. I never really did that much because I was always rushing in the mornings. But yeah, I could see that. Mm-hmm.
I thought it was shopping. I thought women liked shopping. They make them feel good. And I think men in general too. When you're out there at a store or online, you look and you're ordering a shirt or a jacket, or you're going to the malls and you find something that you like, and when you buy it, I think that makes somebody feel good, knowing that you got some new stuff. You know what I mean? And I know we're just pushing this on women, but men do it just as much as women do. Sure. Men just don't get the whatchamacallit as women do.
They might not be buying clothes. Men might not be getting clothes, but they're spending money. They might buy car stuff or cigar stuff or sports things. I mean, the stuff that they enjoy.
Yeah. I mean, they could be buying a jewelry. They can be buying a watch.
Rolex,
They can be buying glasses, designer shoes.
Mhm.
Yeah, your stuff,
Yep,
the car,
yep,
and just like women would do too.
yep.
There you go.
Mhm.
Very good. People Magazine. Parent. There's one particular parent wanted to get her kid. She said she can't get a kid her cell phone till she's 8 years old. So what she did was she gave her kid a telephone, a line, which a landline, which I didn't even know they still do that. So
Yeah.
at 7, they're 6 years old. I know my mother still has one.
Mhm.
The baby, the girl is 6, and he promised they would get a cell phone when she's 8.
Okay.
So she's 6 years old, and her parents got her a landline.
Okay.
Now, not a bad idea, I guess. So she can only make her phone calls in the kitchen or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Like we had to sit in the kitchen on the kitchen floor around the corner with the cord stretched
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. There's something
Yeah.
to be said about that for sure. She's a kid, so
And we had to
I
watch
think
what we
that
said. But what do you think, Carol? You having kids? What do you think the right age to give a child a cell phone? What is the right age, in your opinion, as a mother?
I would say 10, maybe 8, 9, 10. Like it depends how responsible they are and how much you can monitor them. You have to be able to monitor them at that age, 1,000%. But yeah, now it's like a necessity because you want to always be able to get a hold of them if they get lost or if something were to happen. Like I wanted them to have one more than I think they wanted one at a certain point because you can get a hold of them at any time and see they can get a hold of you too if they need you if something were to happen. But a lot
And
goes with that.
what about locations? Is there, and like my wife, she has locations on their kids no matter how old they are. And I think that's a good idea. But then there's some kids maybe that don't like that. What's your thoughts on that? Putting your location so you
Okay.
can see where they're at.
Okay, I have thoughts on that for adults and kids. So I want them on my kids, but crazy mom, I'll never forget. Gee, I have stories for everything. I'm not going to even go rant. But what I'm saying is if you look at them
Yeah.
and you think that they're not where they are, because those are not 100%, just like condoms, let me tell you. I thought Gianni at like 11 years old, he was at his great grandfather's house. Okay, Papa Sandro, rest his soul. Gianni spent so much time with him. And at that time, he only lived like a block and a half away. Okay. He was 90 years old, 89.
Yeah.
So Gianni spent a lot of time there. I'm like, you better be going there for the right reasons. He lived in a little community for much older people. So I was looking at Gianni's, the GPS thing, and it looked like his little head was moving. Like he was going somewhere. It was 1 a.m. And I'm like, is he sneaking out? Crazy. Carol came out and I got in my car 1 o'clock in the morning because I called Gianni twice, no answer. Whatever happened. I go to Papa Sandro's house. Obviously, I had the code to get in. I crept in there and I go into I went into the bedroom where Gianni was supposed to be sleeping. And sure enough, he was in there. And I was like, oh shit, I got to get out of here. So he doesn't know I'm in there,
What happened to his head?
So he woke up. I don't know what happened, but I told him, Gianni, your thing was moving. He's like, Mom, I've been in the bedroom the whole night. My phone was dying. I didn't hear it. I was sleeping. He goes,
13 or something.
He goes, I was 12. And I said, he's like, where did you think I was going to go? It's like a 70, 80-year-old people in this little community. I go, I don't know. I thought maybe you snuck out of the house.
Snuck out to go do what? Play bingo with him? What?
Okay.
But what about the heads? How did you explain the heads moving on?
Because sometimes, like I said, they don't always, they might it's like roaming on internet.
Okay.
It could be like a roaming thing.
Okay.
So I lost my shit. And he's like, you seriously drove here? I go, yes, I did. And I will, if you don't answer your phone when you're supposed to. So listen, I want to have GPS on my kids, but I don't want GPS on me. And my kids have a problem with that. And it's not because I'm sneaking around or anything. I have a real problem with somebody knowing where I am 24/7, like I'm being followed or watched. And I have issues with that in general, because if I go out one night, my daughter's like, please put on, because I had it on for a long time, but then she started stalking me. And I don't like that either. I don't,
Okay.
I said, if I go out one night and I'm further away from home, I'll put it on. And that way you could see if I don't answer my phone. 99% of the time I answer my phone when my kids call immediately. but sometimes you don't hear it. If I'm out with there's music and it's loud, I might not hear it. So I said, I'll put my GPS on. So I don't like it on adults personally from my, kids' perspective or whatever, but I want it on my kids when they're young. You know what I mean? I think, or whenever, because anything could happen. As long as they're okay with having it on them, I wouldn't mind knowing in case you're scared or worried about what if they get stuck somewhere, a car gets stalled. God forbid, I understand that totally. Yeah.
That makes complete sense. Diana says nobody tracked us in the 70s and the 80s. We were fine, but we survived. Today's a scary world, especially with younger girls. You're absolutely right. Back in the 70s and the 80s, fine, but now there's some wackos out there, folks, and you have to be careful with the kids. Now, I don't know how it is with adults, Deborah Amato says, I absolutely positively will not have my kids have my location. I earn my privacy. All right, Deborah.
Yes.
Good one on that.
I agree with you totally. Yeah. I feel like a jerk, but it is what it is sometimes.
It is what it is. Well, you know what? It makes sense. And there's good and bad to everything like that. So that does make sense. I was reading, if you notice, there's a lot of stuff happening with like former television stars. Two of them we'll talk about. Two of them got some more sexual. One guy got in trouble for sexual contact. One of them got in trouble for picking up a prostitute. We'll talk about that. Right now, Taylor Chase, a former Nickelodeon child actor, best known as the role as Martin Quirley on Ned's Declassified School Survivor Guide, I guess has been spotted living on the streets in California, sparking. You got to see this guy looks really bad. And when you compare with a picture of him as a kid, I noticed that it's like, and I guess when you get fame like that at that young age, and you might make your money or you might whatever, and you are the star, you're everything, and all of a sudden when you don't have that anymore, and you don't have that income coming in anymore, it's got to be very scary. And that's why a lot of child actors always end up pretty bad spot there.
Yeah, it's scary. And not only that too, I think for some people, just not having the attention and the recognition, like when you become well-known and everybody knows you, right? And then you just fall off. Like with some of these reality shows and stuff like that, people become famous overnight with certain shows. And then let's say it gets canceled. And then you go from everybody even out and about coming to you, knowing who you are. And then it's like you're just a regular person that no one may notice just walking down the street. It's an attention thing and a self-esteem thing that I think is a big issue. It's got to be hard, I don't know.
It's got to be hard. I agree with you. And you know what people say when they get to a certain level, I don't like all these people around me. I like my privacy. And then when it doesn't, then when people don't notice you after a while, now you start freaking out. Well, where's my attention? And where's stuff like that? I remember a story that I'll tell you, Johnny Maggio. Y'all remember David Cassidy. He was the biggest star in the 70s on the Partridge Family. Everybody loved Keith Partridge. This guy was mauled like the Beatles, like New Kids, like Taylor Swift. He was mauled. No, but back in the 90s, he was doing a show at the Arcada Theater. Johnny Maggio, who used to pick up the artists. They used to have a special car to pick up the artists from the airport. And they brought him in. So he pulls up in front of the theater. And David Cassidy told Johnny Maggio, he goes, can you go outside and check, make sure there's no fans? And David Cassidy had a hoodie over him so he can walk out. Nobody knows. He goes, John walks out. He goes, there's nobody out here, Mr. Cassidy. Oh, no, they're out there. They're going to grab me. They're going to attack the building. I want to make sure. And John goes, Mr. Cassidy, there's nobody out here. The mentality, this guy still thought he was in the 70s. And that's got to be mind-boggling to be that way.
Yeah.
Patrice, how you doing? Jill, welcome. Here we go. Diane, have a good afternoon. Robert Provenzano, the general, is back. Popular Kentucky bourbon maker Jim Beam plans to pause production as his main distillery on January 1st. They're pausing because of inventory rise. And we were talking about this yesterday. A lot of these restaurants are saying the liquor sales are coming down because the younger generation are not drinking anymore or not drinking as much, we talked about this. And another thing I was talking about, Carol, which is weird. I go to Walmart and I always go in the magazine section. I don't know if you do that too. Always I like looking for something, or the book section, just in case I want to buy something. And the top row, I mean, they have the planting and food, car and driver. The top row, and if you guys can see this, I don't know if you guys can see this. I got to figure it out, but it's all gun magazines.
Oh.
All gun magazines. There's got to be 20 of them. Different guns, ammo, guns, exhausts, handguns, magazines in Walmart, right next to your grocery stuff. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, that is interesting.
There's more gun magazines than there were training magazines or cooking magazines or sport, crossword puzzle magazines. Gun magazines.
Interesting. I thought about, how I go down the rabbit hole in my brain. There was another stabbing at the CTA, right? And someone got killed. Yeah. So I don't know about anybody else, but I've never heard of more stabbing killings in my life, in the last 10, 15 years of my life, this many. Okay. Yeah. So this was my thought is it actually becoming more difficult to get guns for these nut jobs that are going around stabbing and killing people? Maybe it is getting a little more difficult now to get your hands on guns, and maybe they're doing a little better with that, maybe. Or I'm going to say, are we going to ban knives now? Because guess what? If you're a crazy criminal nut job, or you have serious mental illness, like types of illnesses like schizophrenia, which is a very sad disease, where these people, it needs to be recognized and they need to be put, somewhere where they can get help. Like they say Rob Reiner's son, right? He was in a bad place with the schizophrenia and everything, right? Yeah. Not a bad person. He was sick. Okay. But what I'm saying is, you're not going to ban knives. That it's just having a weapon in the wrong person's hand is the problem. So maybe it is a good thing that it's harder to get guns now. Maybe that's why that's more stabbings. However, if somebody wants to hurt somebody, it just goes to show that they're going to do it, and they can do it with anything. They could create a weapon out of anything, a knife, a bat or whatever. So people really need to start looking at these things for what they are, and stop talking about gun control. And, no one's angered about and raging about what's going on daily, but everybody now, this one, going back to this woman that got shot by the ICE agent was hitting him with her car, almost $2 million has been raised. What assholes are raising money? Now, I don't know. I really want to know what the truth is, if she had any kind of record, because everything that's coming out is AI. And this is why I think AI is dangerous, because we don't know. And now we can't even trust networks because of their narrative to come out and say, yes, let's say she does have a record, or she did put her kid child endangerment, and she did do this. We need to know these things, because the character of a person matters when something like this happens. No one deserves to die. Unless if you're trying to hurt somebody or could kill someone, then there's going to be self-defense. And if you die, that's what happens. But when I read things that come up on Facebook about, they're right, you have kids, you shouldn't have been there. 1000%. I'm a mother. Do you know how many things I've wanted to do that I've gotten so pissed off about that would have been valid? Not even going after a law enforcement officer, but other things that I never did, just because I thought I have kids at home. And they have a dad too. Oh, okay. So sure. Now, but if there was no father around, no other parent that could take care of this child, and you were the only one left, and you're out there doing this dumbass shit, to me, you're an asshole. And your character, you just took a dive. And then her wife that's out there, going at it and instigating the situation, that shows me your character. So at that point, your word is shit now. So I am going to go by video, and I'm going to go by the word of what people are saying and what actually happened from the perspective of the officer. Okay? Because I can't believe people are putting $2 million for a GoFundMe. My mind is blown. This money is it's like Black Lives Matter. Look at now the people that were getting the money for Black Lives Matter. They're now going to be put in prison for the rest of their lives. That one woman, whatever her name is. This money is not.
Yeah. And I guess the officer got, I think the officer got money too, if I'm correct. Did I read that from me? Even the officer got to go. Someone was sending the ICE officer money too. And I don't know if that's true, but it's something, like I said, you don't know what. Yeah.
Right.
And there you go, Boyd. My base and my opinions on facts, not assumptions. Right. We don't know.
Yeah.
You're right, Boyd. The problem is we don't know. Yeah. You don't know as well as I don't know. Carol don't know. Boyd don't know. We don't know the truth. Or it also depends on, you want to believe whatever your side of your politics are on. You're going to believe that side over the other side. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that does happen, unfortunately. Yeah. Unfortunately. But you're right. We need facts. We need facts.
Yeah.
Michelle, is that Michelle Shelley? Welcome to Ocean Spit. Common sense. It's very sad that children lost their mother, but as a parent, every decision you make should always put them first. Yes. Always considering that I pray for those children heal, and that's great. Very good. Yeah. Roseanne, how you doing? Roseanne Carbona, how you doing? Obey orders from federal agents. Actions have consequences. Right. I agree with you 100%. Right. And interesting. One of the questions was, where these ICE agents come from? What's their background? How do they get hired? And I went through, there is a rigorous application interviewers process, backup checks, lie detectors. They put them through a lot of stuff on usjob.government and how they find these people. Some of them are veterans. Some of them are people in the Army. Some of them, they are ex-police officers. There's a lot that going into it. It's very hard for someone to get an ICE job to become an ICE agent. And this is what some of the people were saying on this particular thing here. Interesting. Very interesting. How about this story? We're talking about craziness. This guy named Jalen White, he was playing that the 2K NBA video game. And it was a rage because he lost the game. So he takes his 8-year-old son and throws him against the wall. 8-month-old child, throws him against the wall because he was pissed off about the NBA 2K video game. Mm-hmm. A judge gave him 12 years in prison. 12 years in prison. What is wrong with this? I mean, he's arguing over a video game, Carol. A video game we're talking about. An 8-month baby picks him up and throws him against the wall. There's Jalen White. Shouldn't even mention this guy's name.
There's a couple of stories I've read in the last few months during football season that a man has killed their wife, collectively, 2 different men, their wives, during a football game over an argument about the game. What is that? What is that? See, these are the things that we need to focus on. This kind of shit that's happening, they're killing people over video games, they're hurting their children. There's anger issues. There's problems here. We have bigger problems. Don't go stand in front of an ICE car. I'm not even talking about this good woman, Renee, whatever her name is. I'm talking about, there was another video that I saw. A guy stood right in front of an ICE car. He had his camera on. This was just like yesterday. After all this shit happened, these people are looking to get attention. I don't know, or the money. They want to get a payout or something. They're standing right. Like, I'm sorry, if that was your kid and they went and stood in front of a car with their phone on, whose fault is that going to be? Whatever happens to them, whose fault is that? I'm not going to go stand in front of an ICE car because I have no business being there. It's not my business.
Correct. But you know what? If you read some of these stories that I've been hearing, I don't know if you guys heard the same stories. Some of these protesters, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying all, but some are actually paid. Because I remember one of the reporters, they were saying, how come you're not at work? How come he goes? And one of the responses was, I am. They're paid. Could it be Soros? Yeah. Could it be a lot? It's got to be a bigger source than just him. These people are paid to do this. You might have your average people that do want to protest too. It's not all of them paid, but they're paid to make this
big
trouble.
money,
Good
big
or
money
bad.
too.
Yeah, right.
Because you could get killed. Obviously, you could. This is dangerous. It's a dangerous job if you're paid to be an instigator and to because you can get killed, just like some people have, or seriously injured. But then look, they're giving them more money because then they start suing people and you're the one standing in front of a federal car impeding justice. I'm sorry. I can't. You're just as bad as the criminals. Stay out of it. It's nothing to do with you. Let them take care of business.
Right, exactly, and right, exactly, and this is going to go round and round because this story, no matter what, there's going to be people that agree. I look at Boyd said the first shot was one thing. The first shot was one thing. The second and third shot was overkill. Okay, so
in that moment,
in that moment,
what are you going to do?
How do you know?
In that moment, right? Like, you're getting hit by a car. You don't know. I don't know about that. I think in that situation, it's
we're not in that situation. How do we know? Yeah, you're absolutely right. And we don't know. We don't know if that driver even had a weapon. The driver could have had a weapon too. We don't know that the guy they're protecting, the ICE agents sometimes, or even regular police officers in general. They don't know when a car's pulling up and they say, roll your window down. They don't know what's going to come out of that car. So
no, they don't.
I don't know. I'd hate to be in that situation. Guys, Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. You only have one show this week, and that's going to be Thursday night at Positano's in Wheaton. Me and Louis Pipes. It starts at 7:30. So get out there to see Positano's in Wheaton this Thursday. Also, the weather for today brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Store. The weather for Tuesday, January 13th, 46 degrees, 60% humidity, 11-mile-an-hour winds. It's a little sunny out there, but it is a little cool. Mm-hmm. And that's the weather brought to you by our good friends from JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Three more shows in the week. Two more. We'll have the show on Wednesday, and we'll have a show again with Thursday. And then we will be taking off on the cruise ship. Michael, how you doing, buddy? From our good friends from Hardcore Italians. Make sure you sign up. Michael is the best. There's Vince Amore, entertainer. How did you do it? Kathy says she did have a weapon in her car. I did not know this.
No, meaning the weapon was her car. That's what she's saying. She did have a weapon.
Oh, okay, there you go. The weapon was her car. Good point.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Kathy. Good point. Yeah. Don't know what the news is. You listen. Okay. And everybody's going to say their opinion, and they have there. It's important. Frank Marone, how you doing, buddy? Dustbusters do a great job, guys. If you're selling your home and you got a bunch of stuff that you want to clean out. We had Frank on the show before. Dump Busters. They come to your house. They lay that dumpster out on your driveway, and you can throw it in, whatever. Just check it out. Frank's got a great company. Jerry Renda just did it to his mom's house and his dad's house. They wiped everything out, cleaned it all out. They will take it out. Check it out. Good idea. This post is from Lisa Marie. Some people are going to love you no matter what you do, and some people will never love you no matter what you do. Go where the love is. Go
Amen.
Where the love is.
Amen.
Amen to that.
Yep.
There's one guy again. All these years of going to no, I don't even know what that means. We're just looking at some of this stuff here, folks. This is off the Donald Trump Facebook page or social media page. It's now confirmed that over 2.5 million illegal aliens have been pushed out of the United States under President Donald Trump. 1.9 million self-deported. Yeah, 1.9 million self-deported. 605 million forcibly deported. I think it's and this is a story we can go over and over and over and over again. We want people to come to the United States of America. Come here. That's fine. Just come in, do it right, do the paperwork, do what you got to do, and people will leave you alone. There it is, Dumpster Rescue. Check it out with Frank Marone. Guys.
I might need that. I might need the Dumpster Rescue.
There you go, guys. Put it down. Dumpster Rescue. They do a great job. DraftKings player in Michigan won $22.4 million jackpot from a $20 wager, making it the largest online casino jackpot in U.S. history.
Wow.
He puts $20 in, he put a spin. DraftKings Casino making it $22.4 million on a $20 spin.
Nice.
Oh my God.
I
My
wish.
God.
I wish. Okay, listen, this is funny. So I was on Facebook looking through these pages, and it's this one page I follow, and it says, describe your current sex life with a movie title. Okay. I just want to read you some of the stuff. So if anybody here wants to play,
Go ahead.
It's describe your current sex life with a movie title. Okay. And you don't have to describe your own, but you can come up with clever movie titles. So it's okay. Groundhog Day.
Sure.
Somebody put Waterworld, Quicksand, Triple X, Castaway, Desperado, The Green Mile. I don't even know what The Green Mile is. Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Gone with the Wind. So many people put Gone with the Wind. Let's see. Speed. Up in Smoke. Dirty Dancing.
Up in Smoke.
Lonesome Dove. Gone Girl. Oh my God, this is funny. Gone in 60 Seconds.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Dawn of the Dead? Dawn of the Dead.
Yep. Somebody put Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead. Oh my God,
they were
that's
so
funny.
They were so funny. I thought of a bunch of them that would be just funny, but I cracked up reading these people's comments for like 20 minutes. So yeah, that was funny.
Pretty funny stuff here, folks. Absolutely. And I'm trying to and it's funny how you could take different like song titles or something and about a certain situation in your life.
Oh yeah.
Or when things happen in your life and a song comes on the radio, you think about something like we said, good or bad.
Yeah.
It's a pretty scary thing. Let's see. I was trying to find chewing gum has a mysterious effect on your brain. Back in 1918, one chewing gum maker claimed that the product steadies nerves. Mm-hmm. But it isn't entirely off the mark. Researchers, right? I think people chew gum for obviously to get rid of your mouth, whatever. But I think it makes sense. Researchers are unraveling how the rhythmic act of chewing might influence the brain focus and anxiety level.
Yes, it is good for anxiety.
Remember, like when they used to remember this, right, Carol? What about the squeeze ball?
Yeah.
Remember the squeeze ball that they used to have?
Yeah.
And you used to make you like calm your nerves down.
Yeah.
So I think chewing gum can process that. It could make a lot of sense. Do you remember when you were a kid and they had dolls that came out? Now there was either the Barbie, Ken, G.I. Joe with the beard, or whatever it was, and then years later they came out with the ethnic. Because there would be, you got to think about that. When you have a child, say the child is a Native American, or African American, or Chinese, or whatever, and you go to the store, dolls that look like them. Yeah, that's got to be tough for the kids, right? So they're coming up with different dolls. I know the Native American doll, and they're doing that, and they've come a long way with that. They got even some dolls, they have the transgender doll supposedly and stuff like that. I don't know the crazy stuff. What I'm trying to say, go ahead.
I'm sorry. All Barbies are transgender. None of them have parts, period. Like Ken doesn't have a part. He never had one. Barbie doesn't have a part. She never had one. They're all like in transition.
Yeah.
Right?
They're all it makes a lot of sense. Barbie's just come out with Mattel unveils the first autistic Barbie. First autistic Barbie doll on Monday rolled out first Barbie designed to represent autism. the latest addition to the company Barbie lineup aimed at showcasing a wide variety of abilities. Now, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
it is cool, and it should be.
Whatever can make the kids feel a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Karen, Tony Carroll, one of the Republican politicians, is working on a bill to make it a law to prosecute people who subsidize people to protest and create chaos. Ooh, I hope that happens too.
Yeah.
I hope. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Good boy, Boyd. Good one. Chewing gum can act like a metronome. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Nina, how are you doing? All right, guys. This is interesting. Got a couple minutes left. Woman learns she's allergic to her husband after years of trying to get pregnant.
Oh.
Alex Murphy Klein and her husband Paul thought they were facing unexplained infertility until a shocking diagnosis changed everything. Never expected in 2 years into her marriage, the biggest challenge that she and her husband would face, but trying to conceive, she discovered her body was reacting to her husband's Paul's DNA in a way that prevented pregnancy.
Wow. I wonder how many people might have that. Like you're ejecting their sperm or something. Is it DNA or their sperm in general? Like
Yeah.
it just doesn't work. Like wow.
Yeah. I mean, that could be something that people never even thought of. You know what I mean? And this could be a new breakthrough to figure out something like that. Women are now binge drinking more than men for the first time in history. Carol, according to toxicrelationships.com, research shows that young women in the U.S. ages 18 to 25 are now binge drinking more than the male peers. Binge drinking is defined as 5 or more drinks in one sitting for men and 4 or more for women, basically. Typically, within the 2-3 hours, heavy drinkers review men consuming 15 or more drinks per week and women consuming 8. And now it seems like they're drinking more than men are. First time in history. Wow.
You know, I think one of the reasons for that is women have a lot more responsibility now. Like, because like I said, they're not only, if they're moms, you know, but now they're working moms. They're full-time job moms. I'm going to tell you right now, like I said, I'm not joking. I'm not a big drinker. I don't have a drinking problem. But when I want to like just check out sometimes, I'll drink quite a few in one sitting. But that's not good for you, especially if you're stressed out, because look at me. I had a meltdown a few weeks ago. Is that one of your shows? And your sister started singing that song when she sang that song with you. She has an amazing voice, very powerful. When I tell you,
She does.
it was at your birthday weekend at Taverna when she let out that song, and I felt
We got tonight.
You
did, yeah. We got.
Yes. You feel music. I felt it that night. And I had quite a few drinks, which didn't help because you get emotional, right? But I heard her sing and I cried. But then when I started crying, then I couldn't stop crying because then, you know, then it all starts coming out. And poor Laura, I was like, I don't even know why I'm crying. I was like, had a meltdown. But, you know, sometimes that has to come out. But women have too much. They have too much on them. And if you're going through shit, a divorce, moving, kids, their issues, you're trying to be strong for your kids, it's too much. And not that drinking fixes everything, it's a band-aid, right? But I could see that's where the binging comes in, because it's not all the time. It's when they get that chance to finally just not have any responsibilities. That's how I am. If I don't have responsibility for a weekend or a one full night, and I know the kids are good, they're away at their friends or family, I'm like, okay, no one's going to need me for anything. I'm going to let loose and, you know, tie one on. I think that's where the binge drinking comes. But 18 to 25 is very young for girls to be binge drinking, I think, because that's just a lot of pressure on them, I think, with social media and the world right now.
But it could be the whole stress thing. It could be the whole stress thing, just like you said. Makes a lot of sense. Boyd says you're supposed to take your prized possession and where she pees. So he went and got his bowling ball and threw it in the toilet. Okay, I got it.
Took me a minute. I was like,
Yeah,
wait,
it
I
took
had
me
some
a minute
bad
too.
visuals.
That's very, very good.
Bad visuals for a minute.
Very, very good, Boyd. Oh man,
Oh,
you
that's
I tell you something. And I knew that Boyd was in music. I just didn't know he was in music for 50 years. Your sister told me about
Oh,
that. And
okay.
Boyd, I'd love to get you on. Love to get you on and talk about some of your music that you did, brother. And I'm sorry you didn't. I think you lost somebody, one of your friends. One of your friends passed away. I seen on your post. So I'm sorry that you lost somebody. I don't know if it was actually your brother. I think you called the person your brother or brother. Sometimes I call people brothers. You know what I mean? So I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Crazy as that is, guys. Don't forget Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. We are at 101, already over the mark. But one thing I had to say, which is very interesting and short, this is from Mancow, a good friend of mine. Remember, he used to have his TV show and radio show. Is a valid ID required? Boarding a plane, getting a prescription, applying for a job, applying for food stamps, driving, getting married, adopting a pet, buying alcohol, etc., is when you need a valid ID. When is a valid ID not required? Voting. You don't need an ID to vote. That's like, it's mind-boggling. Okay, here you go. Ronnie B. Boyd is Deborah's cousin. Oh, okay. There you go. So Ronnie B. and Deborah. Okay. I think I might have known that, but now I know. Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Know that.
Very small world. Small world, guys. Small world. Anyway, so interesting stuff, though, about that. Just mind-boggling to me. Guys, this Thursday we'll be at Positano's in Wheaton. Now, we've only been there once before. We sold it out the first time we were there. And this time I'm coming in with Louis Pipes at 7:30 this Thursday night. It's our only show this week before we take off on the Chicago Music Cruise. Other shows coming up on the 28th of January will be at Rosario's in Roselle. The 29th will be at Positano's in Oak Brook, with the return of Lisa P. and Tony Toto. On the 31st, will be at Plainfield at Big Sammy's on a Saturday night. We're excited about that. February 7th at Cousteau's in Glenview. And the 14th of February, Ocean's Rat Pack will be at the Impact Fuel Room in Libertyville, backed by a backup band. And we're also, February 12th, will be at the Shea Paul rooftop concert place. I love it, in Arlington Heights, downtown Arlington. Great place. We're finally back there. And there won't be any Super Bowl. There won't be any playoffs. The last time we were there, the Cubs were in the playoffs. But we'll be there at Shea Paul rooftop on February 12th. Birthdays for January 13th. Trey Atkins, for all you country fans. Brian Lewis. Brian, wherever you are, buddy, have a drink on me, pal. Happy birthday. Gilda Radner, Christy Adley, Mel Brooks, Rachel Rodriguez from WWE, for all you wrestling fans, 34 years old. Rush Limbaugh, Crystal Gale, another singer, Jim Croce, Rod Stewart at 80 years old, Joan Baez, 85, Richard M. Nixon, former president of the United States, Dave Matthews, 59 years old, J.K. Simmons, actor, 71 years old, Cab Calloway, Sal Mineo, Pat Benatar is 73 years old. Yes, that's right. We're going to be back again tomorrow, same time, same station, folks. Here you go, Tony. If you're already a registered voter at your address, then you don't need an ID. Okay, I got it. Well, thank you for the guys. Thank you for your input today. You guys came up with a lot of stuff and a lot of good stories. We do appreciate that. Again, we want to thank our friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Always doing the best. Always helping the little guy with our good friends from Ace, taking care of all the products that you need. And these guys there are very knowledgeable when you go to any of the JRC Ace Hardware stores. These guys, they have somebody in every department that can tell you about anything you need. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping for their neighborhoods. Guys, I want to thank you. Tomorrow, another topic we're going to talk about is your favorite candy. Top 10 selling candy. And Thursday, we're going to give away a $25 gift card for A&1 Steakhouse in Edison Park. We're going to do that on Thursday with a special trivia question. So we'll be giving that away. It'll be kind of cool. Guys, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. Be kind to one another. If you're offended with this show or any other show, change the channel. But just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Just be kind to everybody. We need it more than ever. Thank you guys so much. Carol, you have an incredible day on the south side of Chicago. Guys, you all have an incredible day. Please be good to one another. Please be good to one another and have some fun. And that's about it. I don't even know if I can get – let's see if Nick Sahajas works. Nick's the piano man is going to take us out. It's a little slow here.
Peace.
I don't know. Let's do this. Anyway, I think he's going to take us out. Guys, have an incredible afternoon. See you tomorrow.
It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Thank you, guys.